Yo, what's good? Hey, it's your boy Price, man. Coming at you with a new Prec loadout, you know what I'm saying? This day on the chopping block, we got this goddamn fire Prec, you feel me? So check this out. As far as stats go, I have 457 SP. Please keep in mind that your damage may fluctuate. You might have higher damage than me if you have all the elite pieces and every piece of OP gear, because I am not full elite and I do not have OP gear. I do not have time for that, because Negro, I work. So this is gonna be a pretty much like your damage is gonna either fluctuate up or down depending on if you have more stuff than me or less stuff than me. But I'm rocking 457 SP. I have 90 SP into might. That's also going to cause a difference in your damage if you don't have any SP and might. If you're Prec base, put all your stats in Prec and precision. But if you have some extra left over, put it in might. Iconics, just running Neo Venom boost, not running sidekick, because yeah, he does some substantial damage, but problem is his survivability is not good enough in newer content, especially in elite. So I basically made a loadout where you can pretty much ignore him and still get some pretty decent damage out. Make sure you get your movement speed. Going to weapons, I'm using brawling to shuriken mastery. It's for the range loadout, so we're gonna start with today. And then as far as your loadouts, here's your loadout right here. This goes from left to right. Inferno, Fury weapon, overheat, spontaneous combustion, detonate, and Neo Venom boost. So we're gonna go ahead and run through this. I'm gonna give you guys a small little breakdown of how you're gonna run your loadout. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to run up to your ads. You're going to start with your weapon mastery combo, which for brawling is tap, tap hold. Once you do tap hold, you want to clip L2 and triangle together. Fury weapon cancels out the Inferno cast animation and therefore allows you to hit it faster. Now you have an AoE plus your Fury weapon buffing you for your precision. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm rocking Venom Wrist Dispenser, Transformation Card, and Glorium. All these are Prec base with a 13% precision buff, plus affinity mods, and I have a decent amount of elite gear. I don't have the feet yet, and I don't have the chest and back. 52k Prec, unbuffed, no colas. So basically what you're going to be doing is starting with, like I said, your weapon mastery to L2 square and triangle clip, weapon mastery to L2 and circle clip, weapon mastery to L2 and X clip, weapon mastery R2 and square clip. I apologize. Weapon mastery R2 and square clip again. Weapon mastery L2 and X clip. Weapon mastery L2 triangle and square clip. And then you just rerun it over and over again. So what time I give you like a quick little rundown of it. It's your weapon mastery clip, weapon mastery clip, weapon mastery clip, weapon mastery again, clip, weapon mastery again, clip, weapon mastery again, clip. And then once you do that last clip, weapon mastery again, and go back into it. So basically you're going to have consistent damage. Thing I'll let you know about the L2 and X, this hits, but the problem is you were kind of stuck in animation. So what will end up happening, say you're running COUE, you do it a one shot, I would suggest you jump with it to at least jump cancel, get some movement back. If you're able to stay stationary, you can hit it, keep tapping triangle to get out of the animation as fast as possible and continue your rotation. So now I'm going to give you guys an idea what the damage I'm hitting for. I'm going to bring up the board and let's run it. Damage is going to start out a little bit slow, and then it's going to gradually build up because of Relentless Precision mod in the neck. But it never starts. damage never starts out bad. You see how I'm already hitting 800,000. My highest I've hit on here before I even had all this elite gear was like 999, I think it was. So usually gonna fluctuate in 800,000s. I messed up on one of my rotations, so I'm probably gonna see a lower number. Oh, never mind. I'm back up. Now I know a lot of other power. Higher damage. Hold a second. Like usually in the millions. But honestly, this is what fire can do. As you can see, I hit a 94,000, 738. And some of the past ones I hit one like a flat 800,000 and then 860,000. So damage is going to fluctuate. But that's it for your range loadout. Want to make this really quick. Next one is going to be your melee, even though 9 times out of 10 you're not going to have a melee. But you know, I'm gonna go and show it to you because you know sometimes 4 players you can kind of melee it up. All right, let's hit. All right, for your melee, still wearing the same amount of gear. Nothing's changed. Artifacts haven't changed. Prec hasn't changed. Do I have any extra skill points? I don't. Okay, so everything is in. This time, since you don't have to do weapon mastery combo, put some extra into your might and power. Iconic still, just still neo venom boost. Super speed. No, I do not use rolling dervish. Brawling, all moves, because once you get all of them, it gives you a stat boost. And that's about it. This one's loadout is almost the same. The only really move is still staying is these two. And yes, I put them over to the far right. Now, if you know with me for my loadouts, I always do left to right, not right to left. Or mix, because it becomes a bit of an issue. But this is what I found out. If you hit a flame, fairy weapon, and stoke flames, you can clip all 3 of these. Inflame is going to give off AoE damage and cause enemies to set on fire. When you are on fire, you set your own stuff on fire, it burns them. Then you have Fear Weapon, of course, your weapon buff, which you use to clip out of this. These two cancel each other out, and then you clip into this. And Stoke Flames, it heals you and causes even more AoE burn damage. Then you're going to go into your Haymaker. You're going to hit your Overheat, Haymaker again. You hit your Inferno, Haymaker again, and I think you start over. I usually don't have to run this one too often, but the damage is decent. So this one with the Haymaker, I don't know if some of you may know, but this thing I have called Flinch is basically where you go 1, 2, 3, Haymaker, but you do not connect. As you see, I'm still getting Prec hits off of that. Watch, it's still hitting, and you don't have to actually touch them. So what ends up happening is that your damage is still connecting, but you cut the animation short to save you a few frames to get you some more damage out. So, quick little rundown of the rotation. We're going to go to your Haymaker. Remember to use your Flinch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, Flinch. You're going to clip all 3 of these. L2, square, triangle, circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, Flinch, L2 X. 1, 2, 3, 4, Flinch, L2 a square, what the damage hits for. Always gonna start with your, what you call it? And clip. Up and clip. Like I said, damage sometimes can start a little bit slow, but it we just hit a 1.1 million off of an 800,000. And as you can see, like I said, we're not using Robot Sidekick. Basically, we're using these AoEs to kind of substitute the damage that he would have done. And pretty much so, we don't need it. Alright. So we're basically hitting pretty much consistent millions. If you guys want to use these loadouts, please feel free to. Please feel free to remix them. Maybe you might know something about it that I don't. I never claim to be the most know-it-all expert, but I at least have an idea of what I'm doing. And that's better than nothing. So if you happen to find anything else with this loadout that is serviceable, that does any type of, you know, good for the community, please do, because I don't know about you guys, but lately a lot of groups I've been running with, it's been some questionable burn. So let's make sure that we get everybody up to spec, and it should make our lives in DC a little bit easier. Might have an update video coming out on what's coming up next. But other than that, it's been real. Peace.